hopefully happy Christmas Eve or Merry Christmas. I'm going to try to get this video out before then, but if not, I'm sorry. I tried. I did this as soon as possible, but it's been a while since I did a movie review. And recently I decided to see the new Silent Night, Deadly Night that I've been hearing quite a bit about. So I wanted to review that. I don't have a whole lot to say about it, but I just wanted to chime in because I do have a different opinion than what I've been seeing, at least mostly what I've been seeing. I've avoided pure reviews and reactions. I've just seen kind of the surface stuff and the surface things coming out, what's been being said. But I've tried to stay away from just straight up reviews or reading anything about it too much. So right off the bat, I will say that I did not like this movie as nearly as much as everyone else liked it. I guess most of the things that I've seen, people have been loving this movie. Even a lot I've seen that people are liking it more than the original, and I can kind of see that, but for the most part, I disagree with that. Uh, Pretty much, I like the original more than this one. So the original Silent Night is actually kind of a underground slasher movie from the 80s. I wouldn't say it's very well known. I mean, it's definitely gotten more popular in the horror community, but it's really one of those slashers that aren't mainstream, and it's kind of a underground slasher is what I like to call them. And it was never known as to be a great slasher. I mean, it's known to be a good slasher. I'm not really sure why they came around to remaking it. I guess because it has such a good title, and I guess it's been so long since a uh, Silent Night, Deadly Night movie that I guess they've seen some quick cash. I mean, maybe that wasn't their intentions, but that's what it kind of seems like. But anyway, I guess I'll name off what I did like about the movie first, which wasn't a whole lot to be honest with you. But I did like the switch in the whole scene where the main character's parents die. I mean, there will be probably some spoilers in this video. I try to talk about new movies, without spoiling, but I find it really hard for me to talk about movies without spoiling a little bit. So if you don't want to hear anything about it, just don't listen to the review. Go watch the movie. But the killing of Billy's parents, I thought, was done better in this movie than the original. The original, it was good, but it was just a little bit too icky for me. I never liked watching the super nasty, like, it's not gory in the original one, but it's just super dirty. I mean, it's almost a grape scene, if you know what I mean. Not quite, but it almost is, and it just has that filthy kind of coating to it that those type of scenes have. And I didn't really like it in the original. I thought it was a little bit overdone and just way too harsh. And it's harsh in this remake, but they definitely toned it down, and I think they pulled it off a little bit better. So that is one thing that I did like about the movie. The other thing I would say is Rowan Campbell's version of Billy. I think he actually did a pretty good job with what was given to him. Obviously, this is the kid from Guy, I guess, from Halloween Ends, which is not a great movie, but I don't pin that on him. He actually didn't do bad in the movie. He played what was given to him good. It was just a bad movie, but he actually does pretty good in this movie. I think he's probably the standout actor of the movie. There's not a whole lot of great acting in this movie. I actually think his girl that he's going after the whole movie, Ruby Modine, I think it's pronounced. I didn't like her at all in this movie. I thought her acting was super obvious and just kind of corny. I don't know if that was just the writing. I mean, the writing probably didn't help her any, but I just really didn't like her in this movie. I didn't think she didn't stand out to me at all. Getting into the things that I didn't like, which kind of was the whole movie. First of all, I think the whole kind of voiceover type thing that they were doing, it almost seemed like a Venom type thing they were doing with Billy, and how he had this inside voice inside of him just telling him what to do and where to go. I really didn't buy into that a whole lot. I liked the original movie's way of just basically displaying that he became a killer because of the trauma that he experienced the night of his parents' deaths. I don't think you needed that whole voiceover thing, and it is a huge part of the movie. I mean, the voiceover is literally, I think his name, he even has a name. I think it's Charles, and he's one of the main characters of the movie, if not the main character. and I just didn't buy into it very good. I don't know. I didn't like it. I thought it was weird. It really felt like Venom. And I haven't even seen those movies. I just seen the trailers, and that's what it reminded me of immediately. As soon as it came on, I was like, "What the heck is this?" And it almost seemed like a lazy way of portraying what Billy was thinking throughout the movie. Instead of doing that through actions and acting, they just threw in this voiceover, it seemed like, and it kind of just told us what Billy was thinking for us. And there's even a couple moments in the movie where the voiceover straight up just says something just so obviously to the audience so that we understand stuff. And it just really stood out to me, and it bothered me for some reason. I didn't like the voiceover thing. Uh, another thing is how Charles gives him the kind of ability to kill, I guess, or the want to kill. The Santa suit just becomes kind of a side piece. I mean, it triggers it. They mentioned in the movie that it kind of just flips a switch on him and turns him into this killer, but it's Charles inside of him that really makes him the killer. And the killer that killed his parents, I'm saying killer a lot, but the killer that killed his parents had Charles in him, or I guess it could have been another voice, but it had that power in him, and that's why he was a killer. I really didn't like that whole thing. I don't know why, but I kind of like the no reason type of feel to the original movie where he was just a killer because he was traumatized by a killing. I don't think bringing in the powers and stuff like that was really the direction to go, especially for like a cheesy slasher like this. And that's another thing. This movie is super cheesy. Pretty much all the acting is corny. The writing is not the best. You have actors like David Lawrence, which I think did good in the movie, but his lines that were given to him just weren't written well. And I mean, he was a minor character. He didn't have a whole lot of talking. I'm mostly talking about Billy and the Ruby girl, Ruby Modine. It's the actor's name. I can't remember what her name is in the movie, but uh, especially her. She had a lot of corny parts, like when she went on the ice ring and like was beating up on these kids, and it was like, what the heck? And then the super corny scene of Billy going into this like Nazi party and just wreaking havoc, and they go way over the top with it. But it was kind of funny to watch. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't laughing through the whole scene. And I'm not going to spoil anything, but my last negative would be the ending. I didn't like the ending at all, really. I mean, you'd have to go watch the movie to know what I'm talking about. Maybe some people do like the ending, but it just wasn't for me. Again, it goes back to this whole powers thing that Billy has, and I don't buy into that. It's almost making it like a superhero movie. Not quite to that extent, but it's like I don't know why a slasher needs powers brought into it. I mean it has to be different and all, but and I just don't think that works. That wasn't the direction to go, at least for me. In my opinion, I didn't like that. I still put the original over this remake, but it's not the worst thing I've ever seen. Definitely not as good as a lot of people are saying to me. Um, I wish I could enjoy it as much as they do, but for me, and then another thing I forgot to mention, it has like these in the middle of the movie. It has these title cards that come up, and they're in another language, so I don't even really know what they say. But I just thought that was really weird. It was like why are these title cards just randomly popping up and then going away? I don't know. It was a stylistic choice by the director, which the director is I forget his name, but he was the guy that also made Here Recently, which is the only other thing I've seen from him. Was the Angry Orchard Jason little short film slash commercial type thing, and I actually kind of enjoyed that. I mean, it was definitely like a Tubi style movie, but that was the only other thing I've seen from him. And this movie didn't really excite me for his name whatsoever. So I don't know what he'll do next. This movie seemed to do good, so and it's getting good reviews, so I'm sure he'll get hired again. It just wasn't really for me. So let me know what you guys think of the new Silent Night, Deadly Night. Tell me what I'm missing or if I'm missing anything and why everybody likes this movie more than I do. But I don't know. These modern horror movies just don't hit me the same as everybody else. I guess I'm too delved into the old horror movies to really enjoy the new stuff. So maybe it's just me. So let me know down in the comments if you guys liked this one, and we can have a discussion about it down there. Anyways, that's it. Thanks for watching.